Welcome into the Morgan and Kathy Wooten Gymnasium at DeMatha Catholic High School for another season of DeMatha basketball. I'm Cory Puffett, joined by Neal Murphy, and we are excited to get started here today. Neal, how are you doing?
Doing fine, excited for another season. Kind of a traditional opening for us against a neighborhood battle here against Roosevelt out of Greenbelt. So both teams know each other really well, competed in summer leagues together. Seems like every December we get together, so looking forward to this. Before we get going, I got to say hi to Kellen Robert, Ainsley Ann, and Brody Jones, and then my two special angels, Mackenzie and Walker, who I no doubt are watching over us tonight. So looking forward to a great game. Cory, what do you think?
I'm excited to get started. For those of you who are wondering why we were not on air at 7:30, you haven't missed anything. We had a scrimmage for our freshman team. Our JV team played Roosevelt's JV team. Those games got started a little bit late, finished a little bit late, so we're still finishing up final warm-ups down on the court for the varsity teams, but we are going to get underway here shortly. But, man, I'm just excited to have basketball again. It's been a great football season. Football team dropped the season opener and then ran the table the rest of the way, all the way to a WCAC title, and that's what we're hoping that our Stags can do here on the hardwood as well. After dropping the season opener against Sidwell Friends, it was 48-41 was the final score for that game, and now we get a chance to restart.
Tough game, and certainly over the course of the last few years, Sidwell Friends has established themselves as one of the basketball powers in the area. They're as good as any team. They're very well coached. It was almost like a league game when you look at the scores, 48-41, tightly contested battle. We didn't shoot it well from three. I think we were 1 for 11. So hopefully we're looking to build on how we finished last year. Last year we finished at 24-12, really played well down the stretch. We won the Maryland Private Schools Championship, being a really good Bullis team in the finals. So we're really optimistic about things this year.
No doubt. We're going to be missing Jacob Wallace today. He will not be playing tonight. We'll be getting him back hopefully in time for Tuesday's game against Archbishop Carroll. But we've still got a pretty good starting lineup for you all that we're going to be going over here shortly as these guys finish up warm-ups. But, of course, some of our guys returning from last year's starting lineup, Jamal McKnight, the sophomore now, who had an incredible freshman season for us. Ashton Meeks is back for his junior year. Cade Sebastian back for his senior year. I'm excited to see all three of them and everybody else who's back and who is new to the varsity team this year.
Well, what you're looking for is the growth. You know, you look back, we lost a little bit of firepower. Malcolm Thomas, he's up at Villanova now, but certainly you got Ashton Meeks. He averaged he was our second leading scorer, 13.8 points a game. And then you had other guys like Charles Thomas, Cade Sebastian, Jamal McKnight, Cole Bowser, all in that 6, 7, 8 point a game thing. And we're looking for some growth there. We can step up. We know the guards are going to be tough, and hopefully we can get the forwards maybe a little bit more involved and do some damage inside.
No doubt. Warm-ups are done. Teams are heading to the sideline. We're going to have our opening prayer, the national anthem, and then we will announce starting lineups. Sorry that we will not have the direct audio line down there for tonight. You'll just listen through our headsets as best as you can. But we'll be back with you here briefly.
I feel safe and sound on solid ground. How can I lay down, down? Face up, daddy told me face up, face up, face up. Wifey told me face up, coach just told me lace up. Dodging shots and lace ups, cut through valley swinging, how machete sharp as razors. My lane today, try not to complain today. All that pride and shine today, I take off no plane delay. Life get messy, hit it with that hezzy.
is time to get our starting lineups out on the floor, starting, of course, with Eleanor Roosevelt, our visitors tonight. Number 3, Dion Wells will start us off. He's a senior. Number 10, junior Dakari Tyler. Number 11, another junior, Pierre Samuel Fomo. Number 13, yet another junior, Tristan King. And finally, a 4th junior, number 20, Deontay Whitaker. That'll be your starting lineup for the Raiders. On the Stag side, you can see it on your screen. We start with the sophomore, number 0, Jamal McKnight Jr. Ashton Ace Meeks Jr., number 3. Cole Bowser, senior, getting the start tonight, number 5. Number 11, Cade Sebastian, another senior. And then senior Charles Thomas III, number 15. Our players to watch tonight, definitely Ashton Meeks and Cade Sebastian, we believe. I think we had a graphic for them somewhere, not sure now. But we're going to go ahead and get started here. Tip-off just seconds away. Before we get too far into the game, quickly I want to shout out my wife Rashonda watching from home and our newborn daughter Riley May. Hopefully she's excited to watch a little basketball here tonight. She just likes the colors. She loves watching football with me, but I know it's the colors. Oh, here we go. Now we should get you now, Neal.
It was almost a one-man show for a while.
We don't want that.
Definitely not. Roosevelt opens up a little 2-3, a little aggressive, extending out well past the three-point line.
McKnight tries to pass inside. He gets Thomas. Charles Thomas goes up, knocked away, and a turnover. Off and running are the Raiders. And I think Cade Sebastian got a piece of that one, but it's going to be kicked outside, and that's a 3 for Deontay Whitaker. Roosevelt off and running here tonight, first points of the evening. Sebastian this time a nice clean entry pass, but Thomas can't finish at the rim. They're going to call a foul, and he'll shoot free throws.
Nice little drop off inside by Cade. We didn't convert, but Charles Thomas will go to the line for 2. Stags a little bit slow in transition on the last defensive play. Ball got knocked around. Little kick out for the wide open 3.
Tristan King called for that foul. And the first free throw in and out for Charles Thomas. We'll try again.
Charles taking a night off. His role is buck the Stag.
He'll make the second one. It's 3-1. Roosevelt with the lead, and DeMatha going to press full court. Almost a mistake there, but a good job by Whitaker to regather the ball. And good defense by Cole Bowser underneath against Tristan King. And DeMatha takes that one away. Swan Thomas Meeks' turn to carry the ball up the court. Pass by Sebastian to Charles Thomas. Fights for his own rebound. He gets it. Nice no-look pass to Sebastian. He'll put up off the rim and just couldn't get the friendly roll there. And now a bit of trouble. Way to get out of it there for Roosevelt. Whitaker entry, lays it up, no good. Nice job by Ashton Meeks. Got his feet set. And another foul, sending Charles Thomas back to the line again. This time it's Pierre Samuel Fomo with the foul.
Good run out by the Stags there, throwing the ball ahead. Easy opportunity in transition. Again, we'll go to the line.
DeMatha really feeding Charles Thomas in the interior here in the opening minute and a half of this game.
Very active inside early. And again, for Charles, a different role. Last year he's out there with Malcolm Thomas, who was more the focus of the offense. Now everybody kind of moves up a spot.
Yep.
So active early, probably needs to get his balance a little bit more.
This time makes the first and misses the second. Overall, same result as his first trip to the line, and it's 3-2 now, Roosevelt. Almost lost the handle on that one. Dakari Tyler working against Charles Thomas, gives it off to Wells. Deontay Wells entry pass to Whitaker, working against Jamal McKnight. Good defense, no call. Sebastian with the ball on the rebound. Kicks it out to Meeks, quick pass to McKnight. Cross court, but intercepted by Tristan King. King takes the pass, gives it up, working it outside of the corner, and Wells gonna pop it no good from three. Sebastian with another rebound. McKnight tipped, and he's gonna get called for that foul as he swings Dakari Tyler to the floor. Just fighting for that loose ball. And we're gonna get a substitution here for the Stags as Danny Abbas is gonna come in, the sophomore who got quite a bit of playing time as a freshman last year.
Yeah, Stags playing with a lot of energy here, but I think maybe on the offensive end, slow it down a little bit. A couple of careless turnovers right there early on. Allows Roosevelt to get out on the break.
Roosevelt keeps their starting five on the floor. A little bit of sloppy ball handling here for Roosevelt. They've had to pick up their dribble a few times. That one knocked out of bounds by the Stags. It'll stay with the Raiders. Tight defense. Entry pass there to Biane Nwosu. Comes into the game for Roosevelt. Sebastian to Bowser. He's left wide open. Can't get the three to drop. He went in and out. That rim not doing the Stags any favors here early. Nwosu goes up. Nice defense. I think Cole Bowser got the block on that. Meeks was right there as well. And DeMatha off and running off of that rebound. McKnight pops it, and a high bounce off the back iron, and that falls. DeMatha has the lead.
Well, we're even on the bad bounces now. That one kind of made up for the foul shots that went in and out.
Wells pops it over Abbas, and he gets that one to fall. Raiders right back out in front, 6-4.
Roosevelt staying in their zone.
Stags working it around the outside. Sebastian, tight coverage, gets his own rebound, pops it out to McKnight. Quick pass to the corner, and that's good for Meeks.
Great ball movement. McKnight had a good shot, gave it up for an even better one. Stags man to man.
Little double team there, left wide open was Dakari Tyler. Couldn't get to fall. Meeks gets the rebound. He's going to drive in, gives it off to Abbas. Nice pass.
Nice job. Very unselfish play by Meeks. Could have taken the layup, gave it off to the big guy for the easy one.
Tyler trying to drive in against Sebastian, manages to knock that out to Nwosu. It's going to be blocked out of bounds, stay with Eleanor Roosevelt, and we'll get a few substitutions. Roosevelt bringing Pierre Samuel Fomo back into the game, while DeMatha is going to bring in number 24, Michael Driscoll, and number 33, Caden Walton, a pair of seniors.
Roosevelt ball on the baseline, Stags man to man.
Driscoll, a very strong shooter, and Walton, one of my favorite defenders to watch when he came in off the bench last year. A lot of high energy for him.
Probably one of the more physical players for the Stags. Plays with a lot of intensity.
Yep.
You know, kind of a gamer.
Try it again. The inbounds. Not much open inside, so Wells going to keep it outside. Nwosu gets it, and Walton with the rebound. DeMatha with a three-point lead and the ball. Let's see if Ashton can make it from the other corner. No good, and that's going to be between Caden Walton's legs and out of bounds.
Good effort by Walton. Kept the ball alive. Ball just didn't bounce his way. It'd be a Roosevelt ball on the baseline.
Abubakar Silla will come in for Eleanor Roosevelt, number 25 on your screen. Good trap there by DeMatha, and they get the jump ball. Danny Abbas tied him up. And Sebastian back in. This time he'll give McKnight a chance to get a breather. 4.5 strong minutes to start this one for McKnight. And they'll get that one into Wells. Once again, he's going to be trapped. And
Little timeout there.
yep.
Not a bad use of one. Stags had a good trap on the sideline, almost like a triple team there. Coach Sean Miller called timeout. He's in his second year at Roosevelt, took over for Brendan O'Connell, who coached for many years. And, of course, before that, Glenn Ferrillo, who's been at Paul VI for a while. So Roosevelt's got a real good basketball tradition. They've won the state title quite a few times.
Briefly mentioned the football team after losing their season opener, won 10 games in a row, including capturing their 25th league championship in school history with a thrilling 16-7 victory over Good Counsel. Great season there, 18th conference championship for Bill McGregor. Just a great season overall.
Well, happy for the seniors, happy for Coach coming back here. You know, I saw him today. I hadn't seen him since the championship. Coach, happy or relieved? He goes, a little of both.
Had good stability at the quarterback position for the last few years, basically 3.5 years of starting for Denzel Gardner. It'll be interesting to see what happens with that position for the Stags in 2025. That ball lost, but it will stay with Roosevelt.
Foul on Micah Driscoll.
Yep.
Driscoll, he was on his side, never really got in position. Got to get out in front before you can make a play.
Inbound a little bit wide of Tyler. He's able to get it to Silla, who
good
drives
take.
into the lane and gets the roll, but they are waving it off. It's an offensive foul.
Cade Sebastian's been getting it done on the defensive boards. He's probably got about 4 or 5 rebounds so far. That time step in, took one for the team. Cade, by the way, is signed with American University. Will go and play for Dwayne Simpkins, class of '92. Shout out to AU. Big win last night in overtime versus GW, which is a major upset. Atlantic 10 team versus Patriot team. So congratulations.
Meeks sees Abbas coming back up through the lane for the ball, gets his own rebound, and then draws the foul. And Danny Abbas will shoot some free throws.
Good effort by the sophomore there. Didn't get the first one to go, stayed with it, followed his own shot. He'll go to the line. In attendance tonight is one of Dwayne's assistants, Isaiah Tate, who played for us, I believe, 2007. Played here, played with Austin Freeman, played at George Mason, and he's been at AU for 2 years now. He's here proudly wearing his American University sweatshirt. Going to get the most out of that win.
There you go. First free throw good for Abbas. And the second one falls as well. So a perfect trip to the line that time for the Stags. It's 11-6. Walton steps up. Nice little crossover. Drive into the lane. Gives it up. And he gets it through the contact. He'll go to the line for one more. Pierre Samuel Fomo, a chance at a three-point play.
Stags putting good pressure on the ball, but the key to that is you can't get beat. So good pressure on the ball, but they were able to turn the corner. In effect, it creates like a 2-on-1 inside. Nice bounce pass layup on the foul.
Caden Walton tagged for that foul. That's his second one of the evening. And Fomo converts the three-point play. Cuts the lead in half. Cole Bowser checks back into the game.
And Roosevelt staying in that zone, really extended, almost matching up out of it. Doing a lot of talking.
McKnight running the point.
Great
Good
job.
passing there for the Stags, and Charles Thomas finishes it off.
Little high-low there. Cole Bowser went up to the elbow, was able to throw the high-low pass to Charles Thomas. Easy bucket.
Tristan King gives it up to Wells, who gives it back to King along the baseline. He's trapped there, and Sebastian's going to be the benefactor of that takeaway. Passes it off to McKnight. Back to Cade Sebastian for a deep three off the front of the rim, but Charles Thomas again right there to clean it up.
Good shot by Cade. Didn't happen to fall, but with good floor balance, able to cash in with the layup.
Great job there by Cade to save it. Got it to Driscoll, and we're going to get a foul down underneath. I'm a little surprised that they didn't get the foul on Driscoll. I think they ultimately are going to be giving that one to to McKnight, who came in to gather it. DeMatha will
Staggs
take it.
doing a good job of staying after it on the missed shots, getting second possessions as they come in.
Yeah, DeMatha will take it on the baseline here. There's a lot of contact underneath on Driscoll's attempted layup. Very physical with Cade Sebastian down there. Gives it off to Driscoll. Didn't get a great look. He had a man right in his face. Short-armed it a bit off the front of the rim. And now Roosevelt with a fast break opportunity, but great job by Driscoll to get up there and cleanly knock that ball out of Tyler's hand. It'll stay with Roosevelt, but great defense to cut off the fast break.
Roosevelt ball on the baseline. Staggs staying man-to-man.
Ashton Meeks back into the game. Minute 35 to go in the first quarter. 15-9 lead for DeMatha. Corner three attempt, no good, and it comes right back, but Cole Bowser has position, gets the rebound, kicks it out to Meeks. Off the top of the backboard, no good. He was a little off balance for that shot. But then the layup no good on the other end, and some back and forth running. Wow, I think that was tipped, but Charles Thomas stuck with it and put it right in.
Tried a little baby lob there. Good defensive play, but we still got it done.
Step back
Ooh.
two, no good. Couldn't get any help from the rim there. Dion Wells. And a little out of control there, Jamal McKnight. That'll be a turnover.
Yeah, you got to read numbers on the break. Both teams are running back, but it was a 5-on-5 situation. No advantage for the Stags. Trust your offense. Pull it out, reset. We've been getting good shots. We'll continue to get good shots. Trust your offense.
Whitaker gives that one off, and then an entry pass. Oh, blocked by Cole Bowser, gathered by Roosevelt and Dakari Tyler. That'll be blocked out of bounds. Will stay with Roosevelt.
Stags doing a good job of defending the rim. We're getting beat off the dribble a little bit, but we're able to stop penetration to the rim.
Well, floater no good over Meeks. He'll get that one, driving to the lane, little fade back jumper, good for Meeks. 10-point lead for the Stags, 20 seconds to play here in the quarter.
Shot clock is off.
Dion Wells on Ashton Meeks. Wells lost it. Cade Sebastian almost had it, lost it behind his back, and then Sebastian is able to get it. DeMatha has one last chance. Meeks takes it from half court and off the front of the rim. It'll be 19-9 at the end of the first quarter. Stags with a nice first frame.
Little rocky start. Had some turnovers early, had some bad luck on some shots, but settled in. Again, defensively, when we contain the ball, we're good. If we beat off the dribble, some of the big guys inside, Charles Thomas and Cole Bowser, have been defending the rim pretty well. Doing a good job. Maybe a little more patience on the offense. You know, if we've got numbers, we're going to get a good shot. Let's make sure we get a good shot. Not try to do too much too soon. Stags will have another home game next Tuesday.
Yep.
It'll be our first league game against Carroll High School. Will be here, and another triple header, I assume.
Yeah, we'll be
on the air at 7:30.
Yep, we will have obviously our crew for the varsity game at 7:30. The JV game tips off at 5:45, and we will have a couple commentators and cameramen for that game. Not sure yet if we will be doing a full broadcast of the freshman game, but we will have a stream of the freshman game regardless. If we don't have a full crew, we'll just play it without sound, one stationary camera getting the full court experience for the freshmen. So all three will be streamed on DM Stags TV on YouTube. Definitely look out for that.
And if they don't like the sound of our voice, they're free to turn the sound down at any point, right?
You can watch all our games without sound if you'd like.
But what would they miss? What would they miss? It'll be Stags ball to start second quarter.
McKnight gives it right back to Meeks off the inbound. Back to McKnight. We'll work it around the perimeter. Ends up back with McKnight. Oh, so close. Thought he had it.
Oh,
And then a mistake by Roosevelt. Abubakar Silla was not looking back for the pass. And Dakari Teller deposited that one out of bounds right in front of him. So back to the Stags. Trying to pass it inside, it was not open, and Benaya Nwosu was there to intercept the pass. He'll take that and try and drive into the lane, working against Charles Thomas, and he gets it to fall.
tough move in the lane.
Wide open three from the corner, Cade Sebastian, no good. DeMatha just having a hard time getting some of those jump shots to fall so far tonight.
Good look, maybe a little bit early in the possession, though. Give them a chance to play defense.
Driving in, tough spin move, but a little wide on the rim, and Charles Thomas gathers it. Meeks to Bowser, working inside to Charles Thomas. Doesn't have great position, so he kicks it back outside to Meeks. Looked like he was going to pass, but he took the shot and nailed it.
Nice job. We had good movement side to side. Strong ball fake. Knocked down the open three.
Roosevelt now again trying to drive inside. That was Nwosu, and he lost the handle. DeMatha takes possession once again. Cade Sebastian a little late getting it to him, but he'll step inside the arc. Again, no good, and gathered by Roosevelt. Good pass across and down court, and they get the roll off of the backboard. And we're going to get another opportunity for Roosevelt to convert a three-point play. That was Abubakar Silla.
Yeah, McKnight with the foul. Wasn't sure whether to defend the bucket or go for the steal. He went for the steal, came up empty. Easy layup and the foul shot.
2 fouls now for the sophomore, so he's going to take a break. And Donovan Wright, fellow sophomore, will come onto the floor for his first home action of the season. No good on that attempt at converting a three-point play. Ashton Meeks takes the ball across half court. And he's going to get it to Wright, who gives it off to Sebastian. Back to Wright, back to Meeks, deep three. No good, and couldn't get the ball to come all the way back to him. Knocked around out of bounds, and Walton is going to be in contact with the ball with his feet on the baseline, so that'll stay with Roosevelt. Inbound for Roosevelt. Wells, no good. Walton gave it up, and Roosevelt will take advantage there. Deontay Whitaker, rather Dakari Tyler.
Roosevelt hanging in there. You know, I think part of it is maybe the Stags offense. Nothing wrong with threes, but I think back to that high-low play when Cole Bowser flashed to the elbow. He threw it inside to Charles Thomas for the easy dunk. Make them defend the basket, and then we go inside out.
Roosevelt keeping the Stags lead in single digits right now. Bowser working inside, and they're going to say that is out of bounds on Roosevelt.
It's almost like the referee wasn't really sure. It's like, which way the player's going to walk, and whichever way they walk, that's the way the ball's going.
Right, looking for an inbound option, gets it to Meeks. Roosevelt bench looking for a walk there on Danny Abbas, but no call. Walton, open three. No good, off the front of the rim, bounces out and leads to a good fast break opportunity for DeMatha, and blocked by Walton. Great job to close and make it all the way back across the court, and that's going to be a tie-up, jump ball. Nice job by Dion Wells to tie up Meeks. Whitaker tries the inbound. Sebastian knocks it out of bounds. Try it again. Yeah, the official on the far end of the court talking to Danny Abbas and Benaya Nwosu about something. A little bit of hip checking. And
just that little bit of lean in, like you nudge me, I'll nudge you.
All right, here we go. Whitaker this time gets it in cleanly to Wells. Meeks pressing. Wells able to get it up into the front court, and Whitaker keeps control, puts it up,
Tough
and
shot.
It's good. Plus the foul, he'll go to the line. Danny Abbas called for that foul. Once again, no good on the free throw attempt. Will stay a 5-point lead. Meeks, no look pass to right in the corner.
Oh.
Right knocks it down.
I think he decided he was shooting that about 3 minutes before the ball got there. He was ready.
He was.
He was ready.
The defender did not give him a whole lot of space, but he popped it so quickly it looked like he had miles of daylight.
Well, I always felt as a shooter, you know, your shot preparation was as important as the shot itself.
Yeah.
You're ready to receive the ball. Of course, a good pass right in the shot pocket. We're ready to step in because you got to use your legs. And there was no doubt in his mind.
DeMatha's annual toy drive starts Tuesday, December 3rd and runs until Friday, December 13th. We collect new unwrapped nonviolent toys for children ages 0 to 12 for St. Augustine's DC and St. Matthew's Episcopal in Hyattsville. Donations can go under the Christmas tree in DeMatha's main lobby. Meeks, Sebastian, Wright, Abbas, and Walton on the floor for the Stags as Roosevelt carries the ball up court here. 4:42 to play in the first half.
Stags go a little 2-3 zone.
Working around the perimeter, trying the entry pass, and there's a nice alley-oop for Eleanor Roosevelt. Nwosu on the receiving end of that assist, slammed it through, and it's a 6-point lead now for DeMatha. Meeks threads the needle to Abbas. He was a little short on the jumper, but he got the kind bounce off the backboard, off the rim, and through the net.
Nice job by the Stags. The Bass got to the high post. It's really hard to deny the ball to the high post. The guard's going to do a great job of guarding it. Love that look.
Meeks with the coverage on Wells. No good. Wells to the right for Whitaker. And a little pump fake pass by Walton. Gets it over to Meeks. Sebastian, 3. Still no good. He's got to just keep shooting, try and get out of the slump, but Walton there to clean it up off the rim.
Bass, nice job keeping the ball alive. Stags with the easy putback. Caden Walton being in the right spot at the right time.
Lead back to 10 for the Stags. Roosevelt had cut the first quarter lead in half, but now a 5-0 run for DeMatha. Deep 3 for Whitaker. Too long. Right with the rebound. Gets it to Meeks. Passes it to Walton in the corner for 3. And that is no good behind the backboard. And we're going to get a lot of substitutes here. 2 for Roosevelt, 4 for the Stags.
Line change coming up here.
Solomon Davis checked into the game for the first time. He'll join Cole Bowser, Jamal McKnight, and Charles Davis. Charles Thomas on the floor. Kate Sebastian, the lone holdover from the last line for the Stags.
For a moment there, we almost had 6 guys on defense. We could really shut them down then.
Corner 3. Ooh. That one's good. That was number 25, Abubakar Silla. That one tipped out of bounds by Wells. It'll stay with the Stags in the front court.
Yeah, when we don't have a guy in the high post, their wings get out so wide that they can guard so much of the court because they're not worried about the foul line.
Sebastian, no good. Bowser with the rebound, no good. Rebound, nice put back by Solomon Davis. And that'll be a foul under the rim. Think they got Charles Thomas with that one, and they did. That's going to send Dante Whitaker to the line. Only one foul so far today for Charles Thomas, playing a clean game. Very active underneath the rim on both sides of the floor tonight. First free throw good for Whitaker. Two for two, and it's a 31-24 game. A little over 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Sebastian inside to Charles Thomas. Tough shot off the backboard, no good. Rebound to Eleanor Roosevelt. DeMatha really covering the perimeter. We're going to see if Roosevelt can get it inside. A little pump fake. Kicks it out to the corner, no good. And
They got Charles Thomas on the rebound.
yep. That's his second foul now. Meeks checks in for DeMatha. Nwosu in for Roosevelt. Raiders get it in over Kate Sebastian. Jamal McKnight able to tip it away, and he's got a clean lane to the hoop for the layup.
Great hands by McKnight, knocking the ball free, gets the uncontested layup.
Nothing Wells could do. He lost his footing as he tried to keep possession of the ball there. McKnight again playing tight defense, getting some help from Bowser, and we get a timeout, Roosevelt.
124 going to half. One of those critical times now. Stags have that 9-point lead. It's been around that most of the time. So what's going to happen here? Can we stretch it out to 15? Or Roosevelt knocks down a couple, and now we go to game in a single digit, 5-point lead or something like that, where we know we're going to have to go to the wire.
Coach Sean Miller did not like how that possession was going, so calls a timeout, gives his team a chance to reset this possession with 14 seconds still on the shot clock. So with the toy drive about to start, we want to talk about the food drive that we had last month. And thanks to the DeMatha community and Hyattsville neighbors, we collected more than 16,100 food items in our annual food drive. Half of the goods have already been distributed to our 4 charity partners. In addition, the SGA donated turkeys for Thanksgiving baskets and $500 worth of food. Such a great job that our campus ministry office does every year organizing our food drive. Aaron Bright, Father Josh, they just do such a fantastic job.
They make it happen. They update us every day on what's going on, what's needed. And, of course, the students, not that they're not generous, they want the day off, too.
That's
so
always
they respond.
That always helps, too. I think all of us want that day off.
Some of the faculty, maybe. I don't know about you, but I love my job.
DeMatha will retain possession on the baseline here. 1:08 to go here in the half. Sebastian tosses it into Meeks. Bowser trying to get it in, couldn't get it to Solomon Davis. Off his hands, a little high.
Not a bad idea, but don't make your mind up before the play. I think he was determined he was going to go high-low again. If he looked to the weak side, he had 2 wide-open shooters.
Almost lost the ball. Dante Whitaker, nice job to regather it, and then probably should have just let that one roll out of bounds off of Cade Sebastian. Instead, he saved it, and Sebastian is ultimately going to draw the foul, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Great hands by Cade to get the ball back for us out on the break. We didn't score an initial one, but as in so many possessions today, we're doing a great job of staying with it. All right, that second or the third shot, we either cash in with a layup we get to go to the foul line for 2.
A little high arc on the first one, a little short off the front of the rim. Makes the second one. Clean follow through on that free throw, and it is a 10-point lead for DeMatha. Sebastian almost able to get the ball, but fought off by Dakari Tyler. Working the ball up court, Roosevelt. Under 30 seconds to go, shot clock down to 15. Wells driving in, little floater, nice job pulling up in front of Solomon Davis to knock that one in. DeMatha potentially holding for the last possession of the half with the shot clock off. 10 seconds to go. Meeks to McKnight. Across court to Sebastian, takes the long three. No good, and it will be an 8-point game at the half, 34-26.
I know we played the other night. We lost a tough game to Sidwell Friends, but it almost feels like a first game. You know, some good energy out there, but certainly a lot of things that need to be cleaned up. We had some turnovers early, maybe a little bit too quick on the deep threes, but overall not too bad.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully second half, you know, Sebastian gets a chance to reset during halftime, starts getting some of those shots to drop. He's getting a lot of high-quality looks, just needs to get some of them to drop. We're going to take a short break here during halftime. Got a couple video clips for you guys during the break, but we will be back for second half action in a little bit, about 10 minutes. And we are back and ready for some second half action here. DeMatha Catholic High School. DeMatha Stags leading Eleanor Roosevelt 34-26. As we get started, we switch ends of the floor. Meeks tied up, and that's going to be a jump ball.
A little crowded in there, right? Tried to set a little screen on one of the guards up top, and there's too many people in a small space.
Roosevelt has possession. He'll inbound it.
Stags man to man.
Driving in around McKnight was Deion Wells. He gives it up. A lot of short passes here for Roosevelt, and that one is blocked by Charles Thomas. Meeks dishes it to McKnight. Little three fading to the side, no good. And nice job by Kate Sebastian to save it. Gives it to Bowser, gives it right back. No good in the corner. And we've got a call from the official. That's going to be
double foul.
Yep.
He's got both of them.
So that's Charles Thomas and number 11 for Roosevelt, Pierre Samuel Fomo. Inbound to Charles Thomas, a little hook shot, no good.
Good
Roosevelt.
look, point blank range, little baby hook, just wouldn't go down.
Sebastian tight coverage, but a nice shot there by Deion Wells to get it over him. I doubt he could even see the rim, but he knew where to put the ball. Nice job there by Cole Bowser to adjust to the little floating pass, and he puts it in off the backboard.
Good penetration in the lane, little baby lob.
Sebastian takes it away, gives it off to Meeks. Patiently waiting for Sebastian, takes a three, no good after stepping into it. McKnight out to Meeks, and he knocks that three down.
Got his legs underneath him, stepped right into it.
Largest lead of the game now, 11 points for DeMatha. Kicks it out to Wells, steps over, gets a clean look, but it's short. Nice job by Tristan King to sweep in there and clean it up.
Three Stags in a triangle around the rim. Nobody turned around to look to see who they needed to block out. Nice
Sebastian, open look. A little short off the rim.
Oh.
And that is going to be a charge taken by Cole Bowser.
Great job by Cole. Shooter was out of control, left his feet early. Cole stood in there, took one for the team.
Had great position. Caden Walton will check in for Cade Sebastian. Benaya Nuwosu checks in for Eleanor Roosevelt. About 2 minutes elapsed in this third quarter as McKnight was looking for Charles Thomas a little high on the lob, out of bounds.
Roosevelt was called napping. The play was there. We just didn't complete it. Went through his hands.
Driving straight into the lane, and once again, DeMatha, I think, may have had position, but no.
Well, Charles Thomas stepped in, but the foul was before that. Caden Walton got on his hip, rode him down the lane.
So Danny Abbas ready to check in after the first of these two free throws for Deontay Whitaker. And the first free throw is good. Abbas in for Charles Thomas. Second free throw also good for Whitaker. Perfect trip to the line. DeMatha off and running. Meeks thought about it, gives it off. McKnight back to Meeks. This time he's going to pop it, and it's good. Another three for Meeks.
Good ball movement. Fake the reversal there. Got it to his shooter, his legs underneath him.
Meeks already a pair from outside today. here in just the second half. He had one in the first half as well. That three good. Number 13, Tristan King shooting over Cole Bowser. Nice response for Eleanor Roosevelt. Meeks pump fakes, gets the defender to leave his feet, steps to the side but couldn't get it to fall. Nwosu with the rebound. Wells working on Walton. Stops his momentum, pops it on the fadeaway, and he knocks that down. Lead down to 5. McKnight gets around Wells, and they're going to call him for the reach-in. And that'll bring Michael Driscoll back into the game for the Stags.
Stags ball out on the sideline.
Stags working around the outside, and then the entry pass by Driscoll to Walton. We got some contact underneath. That foul is going to go against Caden Walton.
Tough entry pass. Driscoll tried to throw it inside Caden Walton. This is too far for that in a bad angle. Caden got called going after the loose ball.
So Walton will take a seat, and Cole Bowser checks right back in. I believe that was Caden's 4th foul now. Two Roosevelt players going for the inbound pass there. They finally decided who was going to take it, and Roosevelt working it around the outside. Pretty good defense by Bowser initially to stop the momentum for Abubakar Silla. Nice spin move, though, gave him some good positioning, and he draws the foul underneath.
Yeah, bad things happen when you let him turn the corner. You had the penetration inside. Stags get called on the reach.
Bowser called for his first foul of the evening. First free throw good for Silla. Can't make the second one, but still the lead down to 4. It's the smallest lead we've seen since the first quarter. Ace Meeks misses the 3, but Jamal McKnight underneath gets the rebound and then draws the foul. And now it looks like we may have gotten a technical foul against Jamal McKnight. A little chirping down there after the foul. Officials talking it over. We'll see what their decision is. It's Coach Mike Jones III. Haven't got a chance really to talk about him now, but back again this year. He's been a great leader for the Stags over the past seasons, and he's getting an explanation from the official down there.
I'm not sure the officials are sure what's going on. A lot of talking going on.
So McKnight is going to shoot his 2 free throws. And then I guess we'll just find out based on what they do after that whether there was a technical foul against Jamal McKnight. We'll see if Roosevelt shoots any free throws after McKnight's turn. Both teams currently in the bonus here for the third quarter. First free throw no good. Falls off to the left. Second free throw, a little journey around
One
the
for
rim. But
two.
they get
I'm
it.
not sure what happened on that
yeah,
whistle.
apparently
Certainly
no
looked,
technical. Interesting.
unless it was a double foul, one on Roosevelt, one on DeMatha.
Yeah.
Just resumed play.
Entry pass to Danny Abbas. Good defense underneath, but they are going to call foul underneath. DeMatha will shoot free throws, as again they are in the bonus. Abbas to the line.
Good looking stroke by Danny. Had good position inside. Again, maybe a little bit better balance he needs there. There's going to be contact inside. You're going to get bumped a little bit. Got to be strong enough to receive the ball.
2 for 2. 7-point lead now for the Stags.
Stags a little zone press here.
And trying to go over top Cole Bowser, a little late, and Pierre Samuel Fomo with the easy bucket. Bowser kicks it out to Sebastian, decides not to pop it, drives back in, gets it back to Bowser. Tight defense, couldn't follow through, and Fomo forces the miss. Wells, good job by Meeks to step in there after Sebastian left his feet. No good from the other corner, and McKnight with the ball, driving down, gives it off to Meeks. Two men in the area. Ultimately, Abbas gets it, misses, gets his own rebound, and goes up and forces the foul.
Abbas really active inside. But again, as a sophomore now, his role is changing a little bit. He'll get more confident, more composed on these finishes inside. The first one was kind of a throw. Better job than the one that got fouled. Gathered himself, got his legs underneath him, went up strong.
Perfect on his last trip.
Spins it pretty good. He's got a nice rotation on the ball.
Nwosu checks back in for Eleanor Roosevelt, giving Deontay Whitaker a chance to rest. In and out. Abbas gets the rebound and puts it in. And he draws the foul.
Overall, you'd say the Stags not having a great night here, but certainly the one positive sticks out is their ability to stay with the play. They've missed a lot of easy ones. They stayed with it to either get the basket or draw the foul.
It's a very untraditional 4-point play for Danny Abbas there.
Actually, they worked on that in practice the other day. I saw their coach put that play in.
Stags lead back to 9. In the corner, tight defense. And forced to call a timeout is Eleanor Roosevelt. The DeMatha Music Fall Concert Series begins December 10th and 11th at Elizabeth Seton High School. On December 12th, DeMatha Chorus and Jazz will perform in the Brennan Looney Convocation Center. Sinfonia, the Philharmonic, and Wind Ensemble will perform December 16th at the University of Maryland's Clarice Smith Performing Arts Center. So many students here at DeMatha, members of our music program. Such a great job, all of our teachers over there. James Turk with the choruses. Of course, you got Matt Bickle, Carlos Cacchione, Dr. Michael Gaddy in the music, in the band section of the music department.
Well, they've got it on so many levels, and people are involved in so many different things. And literally, when they go on the music trip at the end of the year, it closes down the school.
It really does. It's incredible how empty the hallways and the classrooms feel during those 2 days.
That's when I put on one of those good math films. The kids love the math films.
I mean, The Hangover, right, where Zach Galifianakis just sees all of the numbers in front of his head.
the Pythagorean theorem, the video. Oh, it's unbelievable.
Inbound here for Eleanor Roosevelt. Way off balance three, no good, well short, and Danny Bass at the rebound.
Danny Bass, new point guard for the Stags.
Give off to Meeks, little reverse layup, couldn't get it on the bounce, but Cole Bowser cleans it up and draws a foul.
Once again, those second chance opportunities for the Stags. I don't know what our shooting percentage is on the first chance shots, but doing a much better job doing some damage with the follow-ups.
Yeah, offensive rebounds, definitely a theme so far here tonight. Bowser a chance to give DeMatha its biggest lead of the night. And he does. No jinxes handed out by this commentator. Long pass down court, and Woso, no good, and then Meeks trying to gather the rebound, dribbled it off the baseline.
Great job by Meeks to hold the fort, didn't let him get to the rim, just wasn't able to gather the ball in. Cole Bowser, by the way, has committed to Furman, where his brother is a player down there.
Furman University, a really nice campus. My sophomore year, Bruce Shaper took the cross-country team down to Furman University for a cross-country meet. Got a chance to see the campus, see a college race while we were down there. Took the train all the way down there to South Carolina. It was a long ride.
And do you know the Furman University, their nickname?
I do not remember now.
The Paladins.
That's it. Meeks with the rebound, fights off Wells, gives it to Cade Sebastian, drives in.
Oh.
Wow, off balance shot, draws the foul, and somehow got the bounce.
Cade having a tough night from the three-point stripe. If that's not working, what do you do? Take it to the rim. Great finish inside. He'll get the basket +1.
Gets that one to go. Clean as a whistle through the net. 15-point lead, under 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter.
Stags at that little zone like a 2-2-1.
Whitaker drives in, and Matthews is going to go ahead and back off. Give him that bucket. McKnight to Bowser, to Sebastian. He's going to drive in, reverse layup, really high lob. Off the rim, no good, and Danny Abbas can't get the rebound against Nwosu. Wells playing the point here for the Raiders. Working on McKnight, trying to get that out to the corner. Somehow does find his man, and that is Abubakar Silla for three in the corner.
Every time it looks like the Stags are starting to turn the corner, Roosevelt come back and make a little mini run.
Sebastian going to try from three in the corner, and that one will fall for Cade Sebastian. DeMatha calls the timeout after that shot. You know, Cade's got to feel good about that stroke after his troubles from three so far tonight. You just need one to fall sometimes. Get you
and
feeling good about that.
Sometimes it's tough luck. Sometimes just little things like maybe he's a little bit far off the line, not catching it in rhythm. That one, he had to shoot. It was a great pass. Everybody in the gym knew he was going to shoot it. You step in with the confidence, you knock it down. Sometimes when you decide to shoot, you just don't quite have that rhythm.
DeMatha is hosting an open reception for Father James on Sunday, January 4th from 2 to 5 p.m. in the Antler Room. This will give us all the opportunity to thank Father for his 28 years of service to DeMatha. Father James, who will step down as DeMatha president on December 31st, will address the gathering at 3:30. Admission is free. Contributions to the Father James Day Scholarship are encouraged but not required, but heavily encouraged.
Father James is actually the one that hired me. When I came in 1985, he was head of the counseling center. And I went in and met with him and signed, and he was here and maybe till 89, I think, and went away for a while and then came back, whatever it was, 13 years ago or so.
Yeah, it was not here during my time as a student at DeMatha, but by the time that I came back as a faculty member. He'd been back for like 4 or 5 years. Roosevelt with possession here. Inside a minute to play in the third quarter. A little turnaround jumper, no good off the front iron. McKnight behind the back, kicks it out to the corner. Cole Bowser, a little long on that shot, no good. Roosevelt, shot clock is off. They got that rebound just under the 30-second mark. Gives it off to Whitaker. Deontay Whitaker to the corner. Pops it over McKnight, and that is good. Tristan King.
Sags still have time here.
Meeks to McKnight, puts it up. Bowser was not ready for it, and Roosevelt, no chance to put that one up after a long pass down court by DeCary Tyler. So a 10-point lead now at the end of the third quarter, same as it was at the end of the first quarter.
Well, the script is this. Stags make a little mini run, stretch it out a little bit to the low teens. Roosevelt comes back, cuts it in to 10 or to 8 or something like that. So we still got a game going into the fourth quarter.
Yep.
Stags may be playing a little more efficiently in the offensive end, going to the basket a little bit more. They're tough around the basket with their offensive rebounds. Defensively, I think we're still giving up too much. We're getting on their hip a little bit. They get in the lane. Roosevelt knocking down some timely threes. Stags will have that league game with Carroll next Tuesday.
Yep, right
we'll
here.
We'll have some other non-league games, and then we come back actually before Christmas break is over, January 3rd, we'll have good counsel here for another league game.
Yeah.
So that should be a triple header also.
Yep. And we do have a couple of games this weekend here at DeMatha, just not our games to broadcast.
More importantly, our games to stream.
But yeah, DeMatha will play on Saturday and Sunday, and then again on the court on Tuesday. So a nice little stretch of action for DeMatha's basketball team. All right, that's the National High School Hoops Festival. We play William Brennan of Texas on Saturday at 9 p.m. Highland School in Virginia on Sunday at 2:45. Fourth and final quarter. Getting underway here. Roosevelt with possession. Inbound is clean. McKnight right on DeCary Tyler. Little spin around against Cade Sebastian. No good by Silla. And then a foul.
Long shots, long rebounds. That one out almost to the elbow there.
Now it's Sebastian who's called for that foul. Roosevelt taking possession on the sideline. A little confusion over whether they were going to get it on the sideline or the baseline.
Yeah, it was in that gray area. Got a triangle to the baseline as to where it goes.
5 second violation on Roosevelt. DeMatha takes possession. McKnight takes to the top. Meeks is going to feed it, and that is going to be a travel on Charles Thomas. Got the pass from Meeks, went up with it, came back down.
Was going to shoot it, was going to pass it, basically just turned it over.
Cade Sebastian, or sorry, Caden Walton with the defense here. Corner, Wells working against Walton, decides to take the shot, no good. Walton able to pick it out of the air. Gives it up to McKnight. Corner three for Ashton Meeks, no good. A little long.
Good shot, maybe just a little quick on the release. Flattened it out a little bit. So much more effective when he lets his legs do the work.
Dion Wells controlling the ball for the Raiders, gives it up. Tyler, he'll give it off. Silla back to Tyler.
Shot clock running down.
Long three did not reach the rim, and they're going to go ahead and say that DeMatha had possession before the horn, and no shot. Foul came before it.
Staggs out on the break, had a 3-on-1, but bad spacing. He had two guys in the same spot.
Tristan King called for his 4th personal of the evening, and that's going to send Charles Thomas to the line. First time since the first quarter for Thomas shooting free throws. Makes the first. Couple of subs coming in for Roosevelt, Nwosu and Whitaker. Two points at the free throw line for Charles Thomas. DeMatha's lead stretches out to 12. Tyler tried to give that one up. It's taken away by Thomas, who lost the ball trying to dribble and bounce his way inside. Meeks right there, cuts off the shot by Wells, gave it up, and Charles Thomas with the rebound. What can Jamal McKnight do?
Tough
Takes the
finish.
contact and finishes at the rim.
Great look ahead by the Stags, created the opportunity. Tough finish in the lane with the left hand, drew the contact to go to the line for one. So many good things happen when you throw the ball ahead.
Ababa-Carcilla called for that foul. And a chance at a three-point play for McKnight.
Not sure what we're waiting on here.
Neither am I, but here we go. McKnight, good on the free throw. Lead back to 15 with under 6 to play.
Kind of a big 2-minute stretch coming up here. Stags maintain or stretch this out a little bit, or they're going to let Roosevelt back in.
Nwosu gives it up to the corner. Wells no good, but draws the foul by Cade Sebastian, and he will shoot 3. Good on the first free throw. 2 more coming. No good on the second. And a 1-for-3 trip to the free throw line for Dion Wells. Meeks tried to give it up, ran into a brick wall, and then blocked from behind, but I think they're going to call a foul, and that was a pretty hard foul as we had 2 DeMatha players trailing. I think Meeks got there and Caden Walton as well, and we've got a Roosevelt player on the floor grabbing his head. Hopefully he's okay. We got a trainer on her way over to check on him.
The one referee signaled, I think he was calling goaltending.
Is that what the call was?
Well, let's see what he's got.
Yeah, it looks like he did. Yep, they called the goaltend, so 2 points on the scoreboard for Roosevelt.
So no foul, just be Stags ball on the baseline.
Yep.
Stags just in a rush there. We got a nice working lead here. You're coming down against the zone. No need to force the issue. A quick turnover, the easy bucket for Roosevelt.
And unfortunately, that young man, Deontay Whitaker, up and seems to be okay over there on the bench. Meeks for three, and he's got it.
Simple ball reversal, got it to a good shooter in stride.
He's been feeling good tonight from outside. Driving in, Tyler to Cory Tyler. Nice pull-up jumper.
Lost art, that mid-range jumper. Dribble to a spot, straight up. Little elbow jumper. Let's see if we get some ball reversal again.
And let's see what the call is here. Who's it against? That is on Dion Wells. Three team fouls on the Raiders, so no shots coming here. DeMatha will take it on the baseline. Sebastian puts it up over top to Walton. And then the entry pass from Sebastian to Cole Bowser draws a foul. Once again, Dion Wells, his third personal now, second in the last 30 seconds or less. 4 team fouls now on the Raiders, so another one will put DeMatha in the bonus.
Stags going 1-4 again.
Entry pass from Cade Sebastian to Cole Bowser, puts it in and one. And once again, Dion Wells, 3 fouls in a span of about 20 seconds.
So again, same thing we said about Charles Thomas. Cole Bowser, he got a lot of playing time last year, but his role has changed. So now the ball's coming inside more, and he's getting used to finishing plays. As he develops, as Charles Thomas develops, I think that's going to really help determine how well this team does this year. Our guards are good. They're going to be there the entire time. But if those big men can come around and improve the way they are tonight, we're going to be in good shape.
It's a 16-point lead, and that is off of Roosevelt. Looks like Deontay Walker lost his dribble. DeMatha will take over.
Roosevelt, patient to stay in their zone. Again, stretching out a little bit, but still in that 2-3 or 2-1-2.
Sebastian gives it to Meeks, gives it inside to Cole Bowser. Nice job getting it up off the back.
And I'm pretty sure he meant to bank that too. But again, getting used to that ball coming inside, finishing plays.
Solomon Davis, nice job there. Or rather, Donovan Wright, sorry. Donovan Wright driving it up court, gives it off to Caden Walton. Takes a long walk all the way to half court before coming back to the charity stripe. That was the 4th personal foul against Abubakar Silla.
I think he knew the Stags TV cameras were on him.
Knocks that one in.
Good looking stroke on the foul shot here, spun it pretty well, but it seems like when he shoots the 3-pointer, he's got a different mechanics to it.
Yeah.
Good
and it
looking
is
ball.
a 20-point lead now for the Stags with 4 minutes to play in the game. Wright with the defense on Tyler. Cory Tyler trying to find somebody, gets it to Deontay Whitaker, and a foul is called on Donovan Wright.
He did a great job containing the ball, made his man pick up the dribble. They did a little handoff there. He jumped out to help, just a little too aggressive. Give him some space and contain.
Looked like Roosevelt was trying to get the inbound to Tyler, and then
just out of bounds off the Stags.
Yep.
Good double team. You get an opportunity like that along the sideline, go ahead. Unless it's a time and score situation, take the gamble.
Jones wanting an explanation on why that was out of bounds on DeMatha. Gets it, and I guess is willing to accept whatever the explanation was. Doesn't love it, but we will play on. Whitaker pops the three. No good. High out of the rim, and Meeks gets the rebound. Trying to drive it into the lane and gets skinny through the defense, and he puts it in.
Tough finish in the lane, but to me the thing that stood out is the way he went for the rebound down here. He covered some ground to get to that, didn't wait for the ball to come to him. He went and got the ball. When your guards are rebounding, it's a really good sign.
Cory Tyler gives it off to Wells, gets an open look for three. Paused a little bit in the air though, missed it, and Sebastian with the rebound. Meeks for three. No good. Sebastian gets the rebound for DeMatha on the offensive end. And then Caden Walton cuts through the defense and puts it off the backboard.
Good post feed inside. Caden Walton very composed, took his time, little crab dribble, got all the way to the rim.
Corner three, Tristan King, no good. Sebastian, another rebound. He's just gobbling him up here in the fourth quarter.
He started the game like that, though. He probably had 3 or 4 in the first minute. Great block down the other end.
Cole Bowser just couldn't get it over top of the defense. And we got a foul on Cade. Jamal McKnight and Danny Abbas check back in. Roosevelt ball on the sideline. 14 fouls against DeMatha here in the fourth quarter. Another one, and both teams will be in the bonus. Inbound to Cory Tyler.
Might have missed a double dribble there.
Goes way up. Whitaker couldn't get it. Lost his balance, and we've got a jump ball on the floor. Possession is with the Stags. And he'll get it into Cade. Cade gives it off to Wright, back to Cade Sebastian, and to Meeks. Meeks driving in. And he'll draw the foul. Couldn't finish, but he'll shoot a couple of free throws here off the foul on Benaya Nwosu. We are under 2 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Cole Bowser checking back in after Meeks made the first of 2 free throws. Gets them both. 26-point lead for the Stags. And Wright comes right back into the game for Meeks. That one's out of bounds, and it'll go to the Stags. Wells lost control there. Michael Driscoll into the game. I want to take a quick moment to give some recognition to Chris Hurst, one of our assistant principals, who successfully defended his doctoral dissertation, Catholic School Identity, the Purpose, Mission, and Practice of Education in the Catholic Tradition. He'll receive a PhD in Education Policy from the University of Maryland, so congratulations to Dr. Christopher Hurst.
That is an awesome accomplishment. You know, particularly you're teaching a full-time load. He's been department head for years or co-chair for years. He's got a family at home, and to do all those classes, get that done is, I tip my hat to him.
Got a couple of free throws coming up here for Donovan Wright. So the coach's MVP of today's game is Ashton Meeks. He knocked down, what do you have, 4 or 5 three-pointers today?
What does our stat guy have? No stats. We got no stats.
Stats. That's all right. I know he had at least 4. He's had 3 in the second half, and he had at least 1 back in the first half. But really strong play in the interior as well, driving into the lane, some strong defense. So well-deserved coach's MVP of DeMatha's home opener. Congratulations to Ashton Ace Meeks. We get a timeout here on the floor, full timeout.
What does Ashton get for that? We have a gift card. We got.
That's a coach's MVP, so that's not in our hands. The Student Government Association is holding its 2nd annual silent auction now through December 8th at 6 p.m. So check out all of the many experiences, tickets, jerseys, and other great gift items. All proceeds go toward enhancing student activities and strengthening the DeMatha Brotherhood. If you have any questions or if you have something to donate, contact SGA moderator Scott Sicko at sicko@dematha.org. That's SSICKO at dematha.org. Got about a minute and a half to go here. DeMatha's lead has exploded here in the 4th quarter, up to 28 points. As they finish up this.
It's been a workmanlike effort here for the Stags. You know,
Yeah.
It certainly hasn't been pretty, but certainly things started to fall together here in the 4th quarter.
The official who's responsible for breaking up the huddle at the bench is talking to one of DeMatha's assistant coaches. Got a little distracted, I think.
He's refereeing the game and giving a little mini clinic at the same time. You know? Wearing many hats. Usually it's the coaches who want to explain refereeing to the refs.
This is Deontay Whitaker, gets a little bit of space and puts up the floater, gets it to fall. Ooh.
Got lucky there.
Yeah, a little dangerous there, but somehow McKnight retains possession. Then Michael Driscoll gets an open look from the corner. You don't want to give him too many of those. He's a very strong shooter.
Mike says, I'm out here to shoot. Yeah, I'm going to knock this down.
Fall away jumper there from the charity stripe to Cory Tyler with the 2. Right, dribbles it in. Easy look off the backboard.
I think he was surprised. Kind of the Red Sea parted there. Got all the way to the rim.
He was expecting to have to fight through some contact there. Had to adjust to his adjustment. Wells, tough shot, falling to the baseline, no good. And now
Nice
DeMatha
job
can
there by Donovan Wright to defend, yet stay away from the contact. Just make him shoot over the top.
And now DeMatha can just dribble it out. It's going to be a 29-point victory for the Stags, 86-57. Quickly before we get out of here and wrap up tonight's broadcast, the hockey team 5-5-1 defeated St. Albans 5-2 and lost to Spalding 2-0. This weekend, they'll be competing in the National Invitational Scholastic Showcase in Jamestown, New York. The Stags are guaranteed to play at least 3 games, so good luck on that trip. Have safe travels to Tony McCauley and our hockey Stags. A 29-point win here tonight, Coach. What did you think of the Stags' first home performance of the year?
A little uneven at first, but I think we got better as an on. Again, I think everybody's role has changed, so they're going to kind of get comfortable in those roles. I think the guards had the same role last year, but as I mentioned before, the forwards and some of the guys off the bench, the pecking order is a little bit different because the seniors graduated last year. So we'll see that growth, you know, and we'll see that through December, and hopefully when we get into real league play, when we have back-to-back games January and February, we'll be ready for the battles.
We'll be back here. We got us on the camera here, Coach. But we'll be back here Tuesday night, DeMatha versus Archbishop Carroll, a triple header, freshman, JV, varsity tip-off at 7:30. All of that here on DM Stags TV. But for Neal Murphy, for all of our crew, I'm Cory Puffett. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for our season opener, and we look forward to bringing you a whole lot more Stags basketball action over the next couple of months. We'll see you next time.
A DeMatha student is a man with pride in himself as a gentleman, a scholar, and a member of the community.
He not only represents himself and his family, but also his fellow classmates, his teachers, his coaches, the alumni, and the Trinitarian Order.
As our school grows and prospers, he will be entrusted with caring for the tradition of excellence that he has inherited.
He shall be a leader whose commitment and discipline will show him to be a man of honor and integrity.
A DeMatha student sets goals for himself as a scholar, a teammate, a classmate, and a man.
To attain these goals, he bases his life on the principles of hard work, sacrifice, determination, service, and selflessness.
These ideals will help him achieve a level of excellence that will not be matched and that will earn him respect as an individual.
A DeMatha student is a man of action and a man of prayer who accepts readily the challenges of the world.
He takes responsibility for himself and others.
He always has his priorities in the proper order.
He respects those who have come before him, is devoted to those who are with him now, and is conscious of those who will follow him in the future.
He is courageous in the face of adversity.
He is humble before the presence of God.
He is steadfast in his service to others.
He's a faith-filled gentleman and a scholar.